Good afternoon, everyone. Let me give you some things that's going on this afternoon. You see the numbers are kind of small. We will not start the meet with a 4x8 because nobody wants to run a 4x8 this afternoon. The first event on the track will be the 4x2. There'll be a few minutes before we call anyone for the 4x2. Also, there's only going to be one round on the hurdle. I believe there's only 5 hurdlers, so we will run the hurdles at the place where it's for hurdle finals. There'll be no hurdle trials. There will also only be one heat of the 3,000. And the high jump will not start until the 4x2 is done. We will do the high jump through completion before we start the long jump. So long jump is just be aware, you'll probably be running, going quickly after the high jump, probably during the 3,000. So if you are in the 4x2, you can be on the track warming up because probably within about 10 minutes we're going to start with you guys. So 4x2 start warming up, we'll tell you when it's time to check in.
Don't blame Evan. Gavin. Don't blame Gavin.
Okay, we're back here at the PCTA with our final meet. The PCTA, the Junior Varsity State Championship with the Sullivan and Headley divisions. And we do not have a 4x800, so we are starting here with the 4x200 relay. And in this race, Cranston West, the Wheeler School, East Greenwich, and LaSalle Academy. So our winner, LaSalle Academy, 143.50. East Greenwich, 145.70. And next on the track will be the 3,000-meter run. We have 6 competitors in this race. Nathan Evans of Lincoln High, Ben Martins of Lincoln High, Matt Bakari of Cranston West, Sean Robbins of Cranston West, Cameron Valia of Cranston East, and John Barron of Cranston East. Nathan owning the fastest time in this heat, 9:54.87. Nathan is a sophomore. And the gun is fired for the 3,000, just one heat and 5 competitors. And And that's Lincoln teammates Nathan Evans and Ben Martins out there in front. 15 laps for this race. So about 75 seconds after 400 meters for Evans and Martins of Lincoln, our top two seeds. And you're going to see this often in races where teammates work together. You see it often a lot with Bishop Hendricken, with so many of their distance runners all running there in packs, helping each other through the race. And that's exactly what Martins and Evans are doing right now. So Martins and Evans going to work here in the 3,000. So right about 5:20 at the mile mark for Martins and Evans. So a little over 10-minute pace for 3K right now, which is right around their seed times, 9:54 for Evans and 10:01:20 for Martins. Not surprising that these two runners are up front right now. So Evans and Martins continuing to push the pace up front, lapping the field. They got 2 more laps to go, about 8:55 on the clock. Fairly even pace for these two throughout this race. So with 1 lap remaining, Evans took control right at the bell lap and has increased his advantage over his teammate. So they worked together through most of this race, and then with a lap to go, he said goodbye to his teammate. And winning this race in 10:13.62 10:17.16 for Martins. And 10:26.26 for Bakari. So next up will be the 55-meter dash prelims. We'll have 6 heats of this race. In heat number 1, Daniel Rogers of the Wheeler School, Diego Alvarez of Cranston West, Jaden Newman of Central High, Renato McKay of Central, Connor Guilfoyle of Smithfield, Holton Barkley of East Greenwich, and Kay Thay of Classical.
Gentlemen, final call for the 1500. Gentlemen, final call for the 1500 to come check in. I am also now taking check-ins for the hurdle finals. For the hurdles, check in for the hurdles, please. It only is a final, so if you're in the hurdles, come check in.
So we do have a scratch here. Renato McKay of Central has scratched. So we'll have 7 competitors here at the starting line. And Connor Guilfoyle of Smithfield, 7.32. Barkley coming in second, 7.45. Alvarez, 7.63 for third. And there's the rest of your finishers. So next on the line will be heat number 2, Alexander Thibault of LaSalle Academy, Elijah Williams of LaSalle, Oliver Fillion of Lincoln High, Justin Denson of LaSalle, Takari Stutz of Mount Pleasant, Angelo DeSouza of Cranston East, and Jacob Silversmith of North Kingstown. In our second of 6 heats here in the 55 prelims. And now looks like LaSalle's Justin Denson winning that race. And yes, he did, 7.18. Oliver Fillion, 7.43. And Angelo DeSouza, 7.48. Okay, next up is heat number 3. The Julian Dash of the Wheeler School, Garrett Sullivan of North Kingstown, Christopher Garrity of LaSalle Academy, Will Schiller of Smithfield, Christopher Bishop of North Kingstown, Octavia Rodriguez of St. Raphael, and Evan McCauley of East Greenwich. So Schittle and lane number 4. Our top seed, 7.01. Again, Schiller from Smithfield, 7.01. He's our top seed. And Schiller winning the race, 7.05. Bishop coming in second, 7.19. And Garrity, 7.21 for third. And there's the rest of our finishers up there on your screen. And next on the track will be heat number 4 of 6. Dominic Grimaldi of Cranston East, Christopher Molina of St. Raphael Academy, Nate Plimpton of East Greenwich, Tyrone Zarwia of Central, Adam Biesinger of North Kingstown, Miguel Camacho of Hope, and Evan Berthume. Grimaldi scratching out of this race, so we'll only have 6 runners on the line. So Zarwia winning that race 7.09. Plimpton coming in second, 7.24. And Biesinger 7.32. Next we'll have heat 5 of 6. Ryan D'Amico of East Greenwich, Jameson Batillo of LaSalle Academy, Ethan Sexton, Lincoln High, Joel Knoll of LaSalle, Joshua Pensilfini of North Kingstown, Micaiah Texiera of Cranston West, and Ian Dyer of the Wheeler School. Knoll holding the top seed in this heat, 7.0. So Texeria winning that heat, 7.36. Knoll getting second at 7.41. And finally, the 6th and final heat of the 55 prelims. Andrew Ferragamo of Smithfield, Rue Sanford of West Warwick, John Polanco of Central, Sincere Pompey of Hope, Joaquin Adams of Mount Pleasant, and Kendra McLaughlin of the Wheeler School. And it looks like we have Boris Carrison as well of East Greenwich, a late add-on. And that was Hope's Sincere Pompey, 7.24. Carrison from East Greenwich, 7.39. And Polanco, 7.52. Next on the track, we'll have the 1500. 3 heats of the 1500. Heat number 1, Nicholas Cobb of Cranston East, Dante Di Gregorio of Smithfield, Jesse Principe of West Warwick, Tyler Seamus of North Kingstown, Aiden Powers of Smithfield, Thomas Zayo of Lincoln, Michael Newton of North Kingstown, Justin DeStefano of East Greenwich, Unwana Okokon of Smithfield, Tyler Rose of Smithfield, and Dario Damaschio of LaSalle Academy. Cobb holding the top seed, 434.34, right behind is Di Gregorio at 434.97. So they have the top seeded times in heat number 1 of the 1500. And this is our seeded heat. So 7.5 laps around this track. And that's Nicholas Cobb out there in front. About 34 seconds at 200 meters. Six seconds at 400 meters. So we're 1,000 meters into this race, and our leader's just under 3 minutes at the 1,000-meter mark. And that's Nicholas Cobb of Cranston East and Dante Di Gregorio, who have held those positions right from the beginning. With Cobb just about a stride ahead of Di Gregorio, and right there in third, Jesse Principe. So Di Gregorio with a slight lead over Cobb, and Principe gaining on them right now. Principe moving into second and trying for first now. And really fighting for that first. And Principe overtaken first with a great kick those last 150 meters. So Principe winning this race. In 429.12, Di Gregorio getting second, 430.13 in Cobb, 435.14. And by the way, Principe, no relation to DJ Principe, the former All-American distance runner from LaSalle Academy who set numerous state records and state titles and now is a junior at Stanford University and running very well, by the way. DJ is actually a senior, but he still has a year of eligibility, so in competition terms, he's a junior. And next on the line is section 2 of 3 in the 1500. Franjal Mather of Lincoln High, Jake Bean of East Greenwich, Connor Thurman of East Greenwich, Caden Riley of St. Ray's, Ethan Gregorian of North Smithfield, Nicholas Parada of Cranston West, Aiden Milne of LaSalle, Jake Petrella of Cranston West, Jake Milner of North Kingstown, Nathan Carrillo of Cranston East, and Carlos Hernandez of Blackstone Valley Prep. Carlos Hernandez Gomez of Blackstone Valley Prep. So 11 competitors scheduled to run in this heat. And again, it's heat number 2. Does look like we have a few scratches, but we don't see it up on the screen quite yet. And heat number 2 is now underway. About 34 seconds for the first 200 for our leader. And our leader, Nathan Carrillo. And right beside him is Connor Thurman of East Greenwich. And Connor now taking over the lead.
The following athletes will be in the finals of the Ash and get their hip numbers during the third flight on the third heat.
So Connor Thurman taking control here. Took the lead just about a lap ago. He's approaching the 800-meter mark.
Ladies and gentlemen, you get your numbers during the third heat before the starting line now. At this time, we need all the long jumpers to show up the long jump pit. We are going to start the competition with the long jump. All the long jumpers should report back right now to the, we'll have one heat, one flight of the long jump.
I haven't seen him go by on the back stretch.
All 300 checking out.
So Connor Thurman, our leader here in heat number 2. Connor nearly a quarter of a lap ahead of the chase pack. About 3:54 at 1,200 meters, so 300 meters to go for Connor. And a 10-second lead over the chase pack. So at the bell, about 4:16 for Connor Thurman. So Connor Thurman breaking 5 minutes here in heat number 2, 4:56.30. 5 minutes, .65 for Jake Bean coming in second. And Ethan Jagagan of North Smithfield, 5:03.45. And last on the track will be our final heat of the 1500. Medina Noah of the Wheeler School, Sammy Gangi of East Greenwich, Brennan Drolet of North Smithfield, Andrew Cardos of North Kingstown, Andrew Tay of West Warwick, Eli Mijai of Cranston East, Tyler Tavares of West Warwick, Connor Manel of North Smithfield, Aiden Wallet of West Warwick, Matt Pingator of Pontegansett, and Matt Letty of Pontegansett. Noah holding our top seed in this heat, 5:15.57 seed time. And the final heat of the 1500. That's Brennan Drolet of North Smithfield right there in the lead. Andrew Teh of West Warwick right behind him in second. A bunched up pack right here in the early stages of this race. Sammy Gangi right there of East Greenwich. So as you can see in the lower right corner of our screen is the view of the long jump. And just a reminder that we do have two other separate streams, one for the shot put and one for the weight throw. So depending on your preference, we have three different streams, shot put, weight, and right here on the track where we have multiple cameras to get various different angles of this race, and it's all trackside, so it's up close and personal. About 2:47 at 800 meters for Andrew Tay of West Warwick. Andrew coming in with a 5:39.41 seed time. So Andrew with some company now, and then moving right there into the lead, Sammy Gangi once again. So Gangi, Tay, and Medina Noah. And that's Noah out there in front. So Noah winning this race 5:13.15. Tay in 5:13.44, and taking third Gangi 5:18.84. So there you see a shot of the long jump. Shortly we'll have the 55-meter dash. There's only one heat, so it's going to be run as a finals. In that heat, scheduled in that heat, is North Smithfield's Joseph Lawrence, Nicholas Williams of Cranston West, Eric Basili of Smithfield, Josh Farrell of St. Raphael Academy, and Ariane Tanwar of Cranston West. Basili owning the fastest time. He's in lane number 4 with a time of 9.75. So those are our scheduled runners for the 55-meter hurdles, which should be coming up shortly. And our one and only heat of the 55-meter hurdles. Joseph Lawrence winning that race 9.79. Eric Basili 9.94. And Nicholas Williams, 10.19. 10.56 for Farrell, and Tanwater, 11.42. And after the hurdles are cleared, we'll have the 55-finals. Nate Plimpton, East Greenwich. Christopher Girardi, LaSalle Academy. Justin Denson, LaSalle Academy. Will Schiller, Smithfield. Tyrone Zarwia, Central. Christopher Bishop, North Kingstown. Sincere Pompey of Hope High School. And Adam Bessinger of North Kingstown. Will Schiller running the fastest time out of the prelims, 7.05, with Zarwia right behind at 7.09. Both those competitors will be in lanes number 4 and 5. And a very strong race by our two top seeds in this race. With Zarwia of Central winning at 7.03, Schiller 7.04. And Pompey, 7.15. And as the rest of our finishers' times coming up on your screen. And next on the track will be just one heat of the 600. Boston Balon of Lincoln, Brendan Rathier of West Warwick, Alexander Bautista of St. Raphael, Andrew Valentine of East Greenwich, Drew Evans of Cranston West, Josh Hanlon of North Smithfield, Unwana Okankan of Smithfield, Dylan DeGenario of Lincoln, Matt Bakari of Cranston West, Robert Livingston of Lincoln, and Joshua Rodriguez of Blackstone Valley Prep. Balon owning the fastest time in this heat, 1:34.36. He's our top seed, and he's going to be in lane number 1. So they'll be lining up there shortly. And right now you're looking at the long jump. And we hope you're enjoying our free live feed. We've been doing this for basically the last 6 weeks. We weren't able to do it last week. We didn't have the rights to the class championships as well as the state meet next weekend. But we were able to do these meets. Beginning with the last chance qualifier yesterday, the JV state meet today, and the freshman state meet tomorrow. But as usual, Ocean State Running will be at the state meet. We wouldn't miss that meet for anything. Providing complete coverage with photos, interviews, and articles. Coming this week, we'll be writing some preview articles leading up to the meet. Let you know who are the top individuals and teams that will be competing next week. So next week's state meet will begin with the girls at 12, followed by the boys at 2:15. So the girls will be on the track at 12 and the boys at 2:15. In years past, we've combined the two, but because of the pandemic and the guidelines set forth, we do have to split it up so there's not as many people inside the PCTA field house at one time. And there you have our competitors in the 600, 3 laps around this track. Balon in lane number 1, our top seed, by almost 2 seconds. And all of our front runners jockeying for position up there. That's North Smithfield's Josh Hanlon right there in front. Brendan Rathia of West Warwick in second. And Balon moving up, now taking over the front running duties. So Balon, our top seed in this heat, now in front. And about 62, 63 seconds after 400 meters. I believe that's Andrew Bautista right there with Balon. But Balon holding on for the win. (134.61). Bautista 135.79. And Rathia, Brendan Rathia, 137.67. Those are our top 3 times, and as you can see on your screen, the remainder of our runners in their time showing up. Next on the track will be 7 heats of the 300-meter dash. So we are moving along quite quickly here in our final meet of the day in the JV State Championships. Again, this is the boys Sullivan and Headley divisions. Scheduled for heat number 1, Joseph Torres of St. Raphael Academy, Nate Plimpton of East Greenwich, James Borkman of North Kingstown, Joshua Pensilfini of North Kingstown, Will Schiller of Smithfield, and Oliver Fillion of Lincoln High School. Schiller owning the fastest time in this heat, 39.23, and that is the fastest time of all our competitors in this race. He's the only one that has a seat time under 40 seconds. So Schiller in lane number 5, our top seed overall, in heat number 1. So that's Schiller and Fillion, with Fillion holding an edge. And Schiller looks like he just got him at the finish. An exciting race there in our first heat. So Schiller 39.50, Fillion 39.59, and Nate Plimpton of East Greenwich 41.44. So now we have 2 runners under 40 seconds for the 300. And next is section 2 of the 300. Evan McCauley of East Greenwich, Angelo DeSouza of Cranston East, Gavin Bissell of East Greenwich, Micaiah Texieri of Cranston West, Connor Guilfoyle of Smithfield, and Rue Sanford of West Warwick. So a bunch of guys finishing close together here in this race, but Texieri of Cranston West winning the overall title, 41.25. Guilfoyle, 42.01. DeSouza, 42.17. And Sanford also under 43 seconds, 42.43. And next on the track is the third heat of the 300. Eric Basili of Smithfield, Justin Denson of LaSalle, Evan Berthium of East Greenwich, Josh Farrell of St. Ray's, Christopher Bishop of North Kingstown, and Adam Biesinger of North Kingstown. So Bishop winning that race, 41.22. Denson coming in second, 41.69. And Biesinger, 43.71 for third. And next up is section number 4 of 7. Octavio Rodriguez Saparo of St. Ray's, Jameson Vitullo of LaSalle Academy, Holton Barkley of East Greenwich, Kay Fay of Classical, Christopher Molina of St. Rayfield, and Diego Alvarez of Cranston West. Molino 43.74 seed time. He's the fastest among seed times in this race. So section 4 now on the track. And very close here on the backstretch. Kay Fay of Classical out there in front. And Fay winning this race. .02. Molina 43.80. And Vitullo 44.23. Okay, section 5 now on the track. Jacob Silverman of North Kingstown, Paxton Hughes of Lincoln, Sincere Pompey of Hope High, Ryan D'Amico of East Greenwich, Garrett Sullivan, North Kingstown, and Christopher Garrity of LaSalle Academy. That's Garrity of LaSalle Academy. So Garrity winning this race 42.87. Pompey 44.48. D'Amico 44.53. Our top three finishers. Hughes at 45.54, Silversmith 46.22. And as you can see, Sullivan scratched from this event. Section 6 now on the track. Ian Dyer of the Wheeler School, Julian Dash of the Wheeler School, Miguel Camacho of Hope High, Daniel Rogers of the Wheeler School, Takari Stutz of Mount Pleasant, and Joaquin Adams of Mount Pleasant. So Hope's Miguel Camacho winning this race 43.77. Daniel Rogers 44.22. And Takari Stutz 44.38 for third. And last on the track, Section 7, Joshua Rodriguez, Blackstone Valley Prep, Dominic Grimaldi of Cranston East, Alexander N. of Smithfield, Andrew Ferragamo of Smithfield, Kyle Pierce of St. Raphael Academy, and Alexander Thibault of LaSalle Academy. Pierce, our fastest among seed times in this race, 48 seconds flat. That's Thibault out in front. .45. Ferragamo 45.43 and N 51.37. So next on the track will be the boys 1,000. Scheduled for this race, Sullivan Sears of North Kingstown, Jack Toulon of North Kingstown, Dante DiGregorio of Smithfield, Jack Randall of North Kingstown, Unwana Okonkon of Smithfield, Jesse Principe of West Warwick, CJ McGill of St. Raphael Academy, Thomas Zale of Lincoln, Nathan Evans of Lincoln, and Aiden Powers of Smithfield. Our top seed, Sullivan Sears, he has a 2:49.30 seed time. So the first heat of our 1,000 underway right now. And that's Jesse Principe of West Warwick, our 1,500 winner, out there in front. Jesse running 4:29 in the 1,500. And now with a slight lead over Sullivan Sears of North Kingstown. So Principe and Sears now taking over the lead. And right there in third, Dante DiGregorio of Smithfield. But still early in this race. But Sears trying to make a statement here on the backstretch. So Sears about 140 at the 600 mark, so going definitely at sub 250 pace if he keeps this up. And I believe that's Jack Toolin right there in second. So about 2:13 after 800 meters. And again, Sullivan Sears of North Kingstown. Strong race for Sullivan. Winning time of 2:47.70. Toolin running 2:53.47, and Di Gregorio 2:54.97, followed by Principe at 2:56.46. Zayo also going under 3 minutes, 2:58.31. And next up is heat number 2. We have 10 scheduled to run this heat. Justin DeStefano of East Greenwich, Alex Folk of Cranston West, Jake Bean of East Greenwich, Jason DeSilva of Cranston West, Brady Carter of North Kingstown, Josh Hanlon of North Smithfield, Andrew Kelly of Smithfield, Ben Martins of Lincoln High, Tyler Rose of Smithfield, and Andrew Valentine of East Greenwich. Carter, Hanlon, and Rose have scratched from this race. So we have 7 runners in heat number 2. So Cranston West out there in front. And I believe that's Alex Folk. About 146 at 600 meters. So Folk, our leader, but Justin DeStefano putting on some steam here and overtaking the lead here on the backstretch. So DeStefano making a statement right on the backstretch and increasing his lead over Folk. So DeStefano, our winner here in heat number 2. 2:59.33 for DeStefano Folk, 3 minutes .85. And 3 minutes 6.99 seconds for De Silva. And we are getting close to wrapping this meet up. Again, we just have one more race in the 1,000, and then we finish up with the 4x400, where we have only 2 teams. So right now, lining up for the final heat of the 1,000, Owen Loki of North Kingstown, Medina Noah of the Wheeler School, Connor Thurman of East Greenwich, Jake Milner of North Kingstown, Andrew Cardos of North Kingstown, Sammy Gangi of East Greenwich, Alexander Gill of Lincoln High, Milo Crisp of St. Raphael Academy, and Yuhan Chan of the Wheeler School. Loki holding the top team in this heat, the top time in this heat, 3:15. He's in lane number 1. And he has scratched, actually, so Medina Noah is in lane number 1, and he holds the top time in this heat, 3:16.55. Loki, Milner, Cardos, and Chan have all scratched. So we're down to just 5 competitors in our final heat of the 1,000. So Connor Thurman out there in front, about 76, 77 seconds after 400 meters. And that's Lincoln's Alexander Gill right there in second. Just a few highlights from last night's last chance qualifier. The 1500, we had a great race between Sophia Goriaran of Moses Brown and LaSalle's Kaylee Armitage. Both of them breaking the state record, with Goriaran running 4 minutes 32.03 seconds and Armitage 4:33.91. They broke the 6-year-old mark of 4:34.30 by LaSalle's Eliza Rigo. And then Goriaran coming back and winning the 1,000 out of the unseeded heat, 2:54.59. The only reason she was in the unseeded heat is because she didn't have a state qualifier race in that event in Rhode Island. So 2:35 on the clock for our leader here in the third heat of the 1,000. And that's East Greenwich's Connor Thurman. But also last night, 60 feet, 4.75 inches for Tarek Robinson O'Hagan in the shot put. It's the first time over 60 feet since his state record of 60-10 and a quarter at last year's New England Championship. So Thurman winning that race, 3:08.79. 317.22 for Noah. And Gail running 319.86. So again, Robinson O'Hagan, 60 feet 4 and 3/4. The funny thing about him is when he throws 57 feet, which is what he had previous, he actually gets upset. So that just shows you the type of shot putter he is.
Peter, 58. Oh, there it is. 3 flat, 25. Oh, tax it. I got 6.99. I feel like
So one more race here on the track. The 4x400 relay, Lincoln High and Cranston West will be on the track. Lincoln owning the fastest time in this heat, the only heat, 4:21.49. And again, just going back to last night's last chance qualifier, a very exciting race in the boys 600. And in that race, Mahari Nate just getting by defending champion Darius Kipiego at the finish with a state leading 123.32. Kipiego 123.49 and Caden Cluth 123.65. So all three under 124, and all three times are currently 1, 2, 3 in the state. And Kipiego only his second meet after nursing a stress fracture throughout the winter. So he's rounding back in shape and ready to defend his state title next week. If he wins next week, it will be his third straight state title. So he definitely has some competition, including Nate and possibly Cluth if he decides to run that race. My guess is Cluth will run the 1,000 where he owns the top seed of 2:34, which is about 4 seconds faster than the next seed. We also had state leaders in the 4x800 and the 4x400 by East Greenwich. 948.50 for the 4x8 and 419.47 for the 4x4. In both relays, the Avengers had distance standouts Reese Faze and Riley Shunny running legs in both races. And I heard both of them were about 217, 218 for their legs on the 4x8. And Riley about 61, 62 seconds for her anchor leg on the 4x400. So like I said, the final race now here on the track, the 4x400 relay, and this will conclude a long day of track and field at the PCTA Fieldhouse with our Sullivan Headley Division Junior Varsity State Meet. We will be back tomorrow for the Freshman State Meet. The girls beginning at 12 and the boys at 2:30. Correction, the boys will start at 2:15. So 12 o'clock for the girls and 2:15 for the boys for the Freshman State Championship. And if you're a freshman and you are running tomorrow, just a reminder that we do have freshman state championship sweatshirts and t-shirts that we're going to be selling here at the PCTA Fieldhouse, as well as Ocean State running gear. So tomorrow will conclude our live feeds for the winter, our free live feeds. We don't have the rights for the state meet, just like last week's class championships, but we were able to provide you with our free live feeds for the league meets and this week, which included the last chance qualifier, the junior varsity state meet, and of course tomorrow's freshman state meet. So Cranston West winning this relay 407.54, Lincoln 432.55. So again, this concludes our coverage here today at the PCTA Fieldhouse with our 4 meets of the junior varsity state meet. We'll be back here at noon for the freshman state meet, and again, the girls start at 2, the boys at 2:15.